As always, on a roll. They've won their last few games. On the upswing, heading toward the tournament.
Yeah, heading towards the tournament, a different team than the team that started the regular season.
Yeah.
And we're talking mostly about some different players like Dante Bellistracci, who's just had an outstanding season, really coming to his own, becoming a starter in this lineup. Here's a guy that was on the JV team when we started the season, and then he was moved up during the Newport tournament to have an extra player on the bench, and then all of a sudden he found his way into a part-time role because he played well. And then here comes that starting opportunity, 34 points, 18 points the next game, 16 points. And now, I don't remember the Whalers without Dante Bellistracci in the lineup.
Yeah, it seems like he's been there all season. On the other side of the ledger for Coach Bob Dempsey and the Toppers, they're 9-8. They still need one win to make the tournament. They've needed that one win for a while.
Yeah, you know, and they have problems too, Keith, because Mike Ward, their outstanding center and the guy who is their leading scorer, or second leading scorer, averaging about 12 points a game, he's out for the season with mono. So he will not be playing any longer as far as the regular season is concerned. They're going to be depending upon Jamison Guimond, who's their leading scorer, and also Billy Coward and Timmy Davin. And Coward had his own problems a few weeks ago up in Fall River with a problem out at the school. So Bobby Dempsey's had his hands full this year. The last couple of games have not been good ones, a loss to Brockton, a loss to Xaverian. And when you look at what they've done in the Big Three, they've lost to Brockton twice, and they've lost to New Bedford the last time they played up in Fall River by 12 points. So it hasn't been a very successful year for Coach Dempsey and his squad.
Starting lineups announced so far for the Hilltoppers. At guards, they will have Billy Coward and Eric Mack. The forwards will be Michael Tender and Jameson Guimond, and Brian Morera will be the center tonight. For the Whalers, again, at guard will be Marcus Houtman and Anthony Rather. In the front court will be Dante Bellistracci, Sam Aka, and Isaiah Houtman.
Well, one of the things about this Durfee Hilltopper team, as they ask everybody to stand here and the color guard will come out on the floor, will tell you that this team is scoring at 60 points per game, this Durfee Hilltopper team. So they're not a running gun, throw up those shots at all. They kind of have a set offense. But they're also allowing 58 points per game, Keith, which means their margin of victory is being about 2 points a game.
As the color guard comes out, we'll soon have our national anthem as it gets quiet here at the Bedford Gym as we get set for the national anthem. National anthem here at the Beardsworth-Gonzalez Gym is in the books, and we're going to get set for basketball. The Whalers already Big Three champs, beating Brockton earlier this week. So this is a way for them to end the season perfect at 4-0 in the conference.
That's right. They're going to win the Big Three. They are the champions, as you say, and this would be a nice way to do it, being 4-0 in the Big Three. You know, I was talking to Jim Manley from the Durfee broadcast, the radio broadcast a little while ago, and when Durfee leaves here tonight, their games that are remaining, Keith, are in the Taunton tournament. Now remember, Taunton's a pretty good basketball team.
Very good.
And they're going to run into some pretty good competition up there, so it's going to be difficult. If they don't win here tonight, it's going to be very difficult for them to make the tournament.
And when was the last time Durfee did not make the tournament?
Well, you got to go back to, I think, before I was born, and that's going back. No comment.
No comment. Well, I'll keep it to myself. Tipping up will be Brian Marrera and Sam Aka, and we are underway, and the Whalers get the ball. Marcus Houtman, Balistracci, turnaround jumper, and the Whalers are up 2-0, just like that.
Well, Dante Balistracci, they go to him in the low block right away. Marcus Houtman trying to get that inside game going.
And right away, the Whalers press, and the Hilltoppers break it. Eric Mack, he's going to run the show tonight for the Hilltoppers. Over to Coward, now Mack. Guimond, now driving the lane. Runner no good. Sam with the rebound. And the Whalers look to run. Marcus fouled on the way up, and the foul is going to be on Eric Mack.
Well, two contrasting styles usually when these two teams play. The team that likes to run with the basketball and press on the defensive end, that's the Whalers, and the team that likes to usually slow it down. Although Bobby Dempsey has shown a penchant for going out there and actually trying to run with the Whalers the last time.
Another foul on the Hilltoppers. It's going to be on Jameson Guimond, and that's his first, and two quick fouls already on the Hilltoppers. Houtman's going to take a three from the corner, no good. Aka there for the rebound and the bucket.
Nice follow-up that time by Sammy Aka.
4-0, Whalers on top. Just underway here in the first half. Hilltoppers break it. Guimond off the glass and in.
Well, he's had a good season for the Hilltoppers, Keith. He's very active, and he's a pretty good shooter.
He's a junior. He'll be back next year for Durfee. Whalers come back up 4-2. Anthony Rather running the show. Over to Isaiah Houtman. Marcus, now Rather. Back inside to Sam Aka, and he loses it out of bounds.
Well, a little bit of defensive pressure. Sammy unable to get a real good handle on the basketball, so Durfee creating the turnover.
And right away, the Whalers try to pressure. Latender over to Mack. Has the ball tipped, but Marrera comes up with it. Now back to now. Latender in the corner, now Guimond. Driving is Coward, and he has the ball stripped away, and here come the Whalers back. They've got 2-on-1. Marcus, Rather, back to Isaiah, and there's going to be a foul on the way up.
Nice pass inside that time by Rather, looking for Isaiah Houtman coming down the lane, and a good job of saving the ball from going out of bounds.
Eric Mack already has picked up 2 fouls, and we haven't even played 2 minutes of the ball game. That's his second, third on the team. And Isaiah Houtman on the line for 2.
You know, we talked about Dante Balistracci and the improvement he's made inside. This young man's made a lot of improvement as the season's gone on.
Isaiah Houtman has indeed, and he rattles the first one in and out.
It seems like when Balistracci came in the lineup, it freed him up to go off on a wing and to start to freelance a little bit more, and that's really his game.
Yeah, it really didn't need to be inside as much as he was. He misses both. Ball's on the floor, and it's going to go to Durfee.
Got a lot of talent, only a sophomore, too.
Just think for the next 2+ years, the next 2 definitely, going to have Balistracci and Isaiah Houtman in the lineup.
Not a bad twosome to start with either.
And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Hilltoppers. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Mack into the front court. He's going to take a 3. No good. Balistracci with the rebound. Coming back the other way, Aka loses it as he's stripped by Marrera. Ball's on the floor. Isaiah gets it, puts it up, no good. And Guimond comes down with the rebound. We've played 2 minutes, 2.5, and the Whalers are up by 2 as Guimond's shot is no good. Aka comes down with the rebound and is forced out of bounds.
I think it's going to be New Bedford basketball. They're going to say he was forced out of bounds, and a timeout's being called by Coach Eddie Rodrigues. He doesn't like the way his team has flowed on the offensive end down here. A couple of miscues, handling of the basketball. I think he wants to get his team together before this gets out of hand.
We last saw the Whalers against the Brockton Boxers a couple weeks ago, and that's when Balistracci had the 34 points. But since that time, the Whalers have just kept it going.
Yeah, they've played very well. They've had some tough basketball games in the sense that they've played some pretty good teams, and they've been able to do what Eddie Rodrigues does every year, get ready for the tournament in the regular season.
Yep, they are 13-4 with 2 games left after tonight, and they are positioning themselves very well for, I would think, at least maybe a first-round home game here.
Yeah, that's very possible. And the other thing, Keith, is that we started to allude to this in the pregame, and that is that opportunity, as they have been winning games and getting ready for the tournament, to integrate some new players. Not only Balistracci, but also to give an opportunity to Rather to get an opportunity to play. And also Lopes coming off the bench. You get Jason Lopes who gets a chance to play. And he's been putting some people in the lineup and some new roles. We saw Chandler come into the game against Brockton and do a good job. So some of these guys that are getting some experience late in the season, it's going to come in real handy in the tournament.
Hilltoppers have the ball, down by 2. Guimond's going to take a 3, and he got it. And Hilltoppers take the lead 5-4.
Actually, Guimond leads 5-4. He's got all 5 points.
There you go. Isaiah Hauptman. Marcus in the corner, being double-teamed, triple-teamed. Balistracci's going to take the short jumper. Can't get it to fall. Tipped up, and who's got it? Hilltoppers do. Matt. They want to run. Mack slows it down. Bounce pass now to Coward. Looks for the 3, but passes it up and gives it back to Mack. Coward.
Coach Bobby Dempsey trying to get some motion into the offense, stop the one-on-one movement as he's yelling out motion to his team. He wants some picks and some screen set, and the players right now look like they're individually looking for that one-on-one opportunity.
Whalers get the ball on the turnover, down by 1, 5-4. Isaiah, Anthony Rather looks inside, Acker has it, double teamed and nearly stolen away, but gets it back. And now off the hands of Isaiah Hauptman, out of bounds.
Sloppy play here in the early going, having some problems with the high post and the low post as far as the passing and the holding on to the basketball is concerned.
So the Hilltoppers have the ball up by a point, 5-4, 12.5 minutes here in the first half. Nearly stolen away by the Whalers, but Hilltoppers get it back. And it is stolen away. Hauptman will go in for the bucket.
You know, we always talk about Marcus's shooting because that's so apparent, but he also plays great defense, got some very good hands, plays the passing lanes well, and good quickness.
6-5, Whalers back on top. Mack, Guimond, now Mack, and Coward. Nearly has it stolen away, and they do. Anthony Rather's outlet pass to Hauptman, and he has it stripped away by Mack. Back the other way come the Hilltoppers.
Good defensive play that time by Mack.
Latender in the corner, passes up the shot, will drive instead, put it off the glass, no good, and Isaiah Hauptman with the rebound. So fast-paced basketball here early on, but sloppy as well.
Yeah, the passing has got to be calmed down a little bit. Nice pass there, though.
On the alley, it's Dante Balistracci with the bucket, and the Whalers are back up by 3.
And they'll go right into their full court pressure defense, try to prevent the Hilltoppers from bringing up over half court.
8-5 is the score. Coward in the corner will take a 3. Got it. Nice smooth shot there by Billy Coward.
Coward is not bashful, Keith. I've seen him play a couple of games, not against New Bedford, against other teams, and he'll fire it up there.
Yeah, Coward was not in the first ball game as these two teams when they played at the Fieldhouse. Isaiah Hauptman for 3. Up and no good, and tipped up and taken down by Mike Latender. Hilltoppers have had the lead and can retake it here with a bucket. Guimond does it for another 3.
Jamison Guimond on fire.
11-8.
And he now has 8 of those 11 points.
It's a 3-point Hilltopper lead. Inside, Balistracci with the move, no good, but he's fouled by Brian Morera.
One of the things that the Whalers have been doing so well since that Brockton game is they have been getting the ball inside more. And you know what? When you get it inside like that, it creates opportunities to go to the foul line, but it also will open up the outside game a little bit for Marcus later on.
Chauncey Fox makes his first appearance of the ball game for the Hilltoppers. He replaces Morera.
That defense will start sagging on the post player, whether it be Balistracci or whether it be Acker, and that'll give a little bit more, a few feet more of room for the outside shooter.
Dante hits the shot.
Well, he has 5 of the New Bedford 9 points.
Make it 6 of 10.
Maybe what we ought to do is get him and Guimond in the gym one-on-one and
There you
just settle
go.
it right there.
11-10. Hilltoppers up by a point. 10.5 minutes left in the first half. Coward. Now Guimond. He's had the hot hand. Coward for three. He's got a hot hand too. That's 2 3-pointers in a row for Billy Coward.
Well, how's this one, Keith? 5 buckets from the floor for Durfee. 4 of them are 3-pointers.
14-10. Biggest lead of the ball game for Durfee. Balistracci inside, off the glass and in. 14-12. Mack being guarded by Rather. Breaks the penetration over the Guimond. And he's got it for 2 as his foot was on the line.
Well, it's a shootout. Jamison, Guimond, and Balistracci, they're just going at one another here.
16-12. Durfee on top. Aka swings it around. Rather's going to take a 3. He's got it. Both these teams are sloppy no more. They're making their shots, and it's a 1-point lead.
Again, they're starting to open up some outside opportunities, and they're knocking them down. And that time, it was left wide open.
Mack, bounce pass for Fox, that's stolen away by the Whalers. Outlet pass, Marcus for 2. Whalers retake the lead, 17-16.
So another benefit of having some big guys down low when you got Balistracci, Aka, and Isaiah in the game at the same time. You can send somebody. You can send somebody and not have to send everyone to the boards.
Fake on Marcus Houtman, and he hits the 2.
This young man is on fire.
And his foot just on the line, 18-17 Durfee. 8:45 left, first half. Hilltoppers in his zone.
Started out pretty sloppy, but it's getting exciting.
Another alley-oop pass, this time to Marcus Houtman from brother Isaiah.
They just needed a few minutes to get used to one another again, right?
Well, but this tempo, though, definitely favors New Bedford.
No question about it. Anytime you get into any kind of a fast tempo, and here's another steal by Houtman who's going to lay it in. He's going to dunk it. Never mind lay it in.
21-18, and Durfee calls a timeout.
I was about to say, anytime you get into a fast tempo like this, it's always going to favor the Whalers. They like that high-paced offense. They like that frantic defense. They like to create opportunities. And when you start moving at that faster than 333 speed on a record player, these are the guys that are going to take the advantage on that one.
And a smart timeout by Coach Bob Dempsey to try to stop any kind of run early before it gets too out of hand, as the Hilltoppers had the lead.
Yeah, and I just realized what I said, because there are a lot of people that are watching this telecast, and they're probably saying, what's a record player?
I know. Yeah, I know. I understood it. I still have plenty of those albums about 12 inches across, little hole in the middle.
Yeah, remember they were made out of this funny-looking black vinyl or something?
Yeah.
And you put a needle into them, and they actually played music?
Yeah, needle used to be a little stylus, they called it.
My 8-year-old son sitting next to me here is wondering, I thought a compact disc did that, Dad.
Yeah, I thought it was a little smaller, with a bigger hole in the middle. Now, boy, I'll tell you, times they are changing.
They have changed. A little bit of a run for the Whalers, Keith, and now they have a 3-point lead, but it's been good basketball here in the last 3 or 4 minutes of play.
Very entertaining basketball as the Hilltoppers get it in. Latender looks to bring it up. Eric Taylor's in the ball game now for the Whalers. Coward, wide open 3. In and out, no good. Marcus Houtman with the rebound. Taylor slows it down. Marcus is going to take the 3, no good. Balistracci there for the rebound, but he can't get it. Mack comes down with it for Durfee. Eric Mack is only a sophomore. Coward is going to take another 3. Why not?
That's his 3rd 3-pointer in the first half here.
Tied again at 21. Taylor looks for the 3, passes it up inside Aka. Has it partially blocked. No foul called. Houtman off the glass, no good. Aka with the rebound. He can't get it to fall. Tipped up, and there's a fight, and it's going to go to the Whalers.
Whalers get the possession on this one. Some good hustle under the basket. Marcus Houtman relentless off the backboard that time. And Eddie Rogers is going to make a change here and bring in Jason Lopes off the bench to replace Anthony Rather.
That's some nice flexibility for Coach Ed Rogers to have 2 good quality point guards. You can always rest one and give the other one a chance to play. Taylor on the drive, no good. Fox comes down with a rebound for Durfee. Hilltoppers can retake the lead. Both teams have had the lead so far in this ball game.
And if you notice, Durfee, of course, is going to have to depend on Mack to bring the ball up court against this quick New Bedford defense, and having 2 point guards playing him on the defensive end is going to wear him down.
Guimond on the drive does not go in, and the foul is going to be on Sam Aka.
One of the things about both point guards, they not only protect the basketball and do a good job of dishing out the sugar, but they also do a good job of playing defense.
Guimond on the line for 2, and probably the first shot he's missed today.
I was going to say that's the first thing he's missed, and I think the reason is because no one's got a hand in his face and he's not on the move.
Second shot goes. So the Hilltoppers back up by a point, 22-21.
13 points now for Jamison Guimond of Durfee.
Lopes, Taylor, wide open 3. Air ball, too long. Balistracci scrambling for the rebound, gets it, but stripped away by Fox.
Good hands that time by Chauncey Fox.
Coming back the other way, Latender keeps it in bounds, but it's stolen away by Balistracci. Marcus for the bucket.
What a great look inside that time by Jason Lopes as he got the ball right around half court and just let it go.
Whalers now up by a point, 23-22. Coward weaves inside to Latender, nice dish.
We're seeing some pretty good passing in the last few minutes of play.
This is the kind of quality basketball we're used to seeing from these two teams in their storied history. 24-23 Durfee. Hauptman for 2. Everybody, both teams, Bernie, seem to be able to find the open man without a problem.
That's what I was going to say, Keith. They're making that extra pass now, and that's the difference.
Here it is, the Fox. And the Hilltoppers back on top. Lopes drives from the free throw line. No good. Latender with the rebound. Over to Matt. Fox for the 2.
Very nice move that time by Chauncey Fox. He never put the ball to the floor, Keith. He just turned, spun, and went right to the backboard with it.
3-point lead for the Hilltoppers again. And their fans are on their feet as Coach Ed Rodrigues calls another timeout.
I guess you could say, watching the way the Hilltoppers are playing right now, that they realize they need one more win to make the tournament, and they want to get that win right here.
They want it right here, right now.
No reason to go back to the Taunton tournament, still looking for that victory. Let's try to get it here.
No, and I'll tell you, we saw them at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse earlier this year, Bernie, and I'll tell you, it was a Durfee team there that was lackluster. Both teams were kind of sluggish in that first half of that game when New Bedford pulled away, but this Durfee team looks like it's playing with a lot more fire than it did the first time out.
There's absolutely no question, but it's also a different Durfee team. I mean, think about it. Back at that time when New Bedford played at their place, okay, Mike Ward was here. Mike Ward was a big part of the team, no question about it. But Timmy Davin was in the starting lineup, and he was one of the guys that was depended upon to take some jump shots. They also at that time had Chauncey Fox in a starter's role. Nick Christ was playing with the team. And right now, we did not see Mack very much in that particular game.
No.
We certainly didn't see Guimond light him up like he's lighting up now. And as you said, Billy Coward didn't even play in that game.
No, he didn't play in the first game, and he has been definitely a factor here tonight as the Hilltoppers are up by 3 with 5:27 left here in the first half of play. Whalers get the ball in. Taylor. Alley-oop to Hauptman, and he can't hold on to it as it was just a little bit too high, and the Hilltoppers come back. Mack drives, dishes to Fox. Low post, turnaround jumper, no good, but he's fouled by Balistracci.
Well, he took him right to the low post that time on the right block for the turnaround jump hook, and Dante really had nowhere to go except to stick his hands up. So Chauncey, you could say, actually created that foul opportunity.
This game you're watching, of course, on a tape delay basis, but played on St. Valentine's Day as Fox makes the first, and there's definitely no love between these two teams.
I don't think they're going to be sending each other chocolates and flowers.
You don't think so? Coaches at halftime exchanging flowers?
The coaches might, but the players won't.
2 free throws there for Fox, and the Hilltoppers are up by 5, 30-25. We've got 5 minutes left. Taylor, Balistracci, turnaround hook shot, no good. Gets his own rebound and loses it. Hilltoppers come up with a turnover.
Well, Dante giving away some height down low to Chauncey Fox. He's a big one, and he's doing a pretty good job on the defensive end right now.
Guimond tries to go fouled by Eric Taylor.
That's going to put Guimond on the line, and he has 13 of his team's 30 points. He started it going. I mean, he got them off to the early lead.
Hits the first. Sam Aka comes in. He'll replace Dante Balistracci for the Whalers.
Dante a little frustrated as he heads over to the bench, getting some pats on the back by his teammates.
Guimond makes one of two. Isaiah Hauptman with the rebound. Right away, double team. Ball's on the floor. Jump ball. It's going to be Durfee basketball.
Well, the possession arrow favors the Hilltoppers this time, so they get a break as Isaiah Hauptman gets wrestled to the floor, and the ball belongs to Durfee.
And they will inbound the ball. We have 4:36 left here in the first half. Mack will do the honors. And he gives it out to Coward. Guimond for three. Got it.
Oh, he's feeling it tonight.
And it is a 9-point Durfee lead, 34-25. Lopes, Isaiah, Taylor into Marcus. Marcus short jumper off the glass and in.
Great move on the baseline that time as Marcus took it right to two defenders and banked it off the glass.
34-27, and Mack loses it out of bounds.
And Marcus Hauptman, looking down on my score sheet here, has 14 points. A little bit of an unusual night for him because 14 points, all of these are two-pointers.
Yeah, he's got over half of the Whalers' points so far. Marcus in the corner, drives. This is inside. Aka has it. Reverse layup, no good. Tipped up, still tipped up, still tipped up, and Fox has it for the Hilltoppers. And Mack comes back down with it.
Right now, Durfee's playing with tremendous defensive intensity and doing a very good job of getting their hands on the basketball.
Coward for another three, and he is just on fire. He and Guimond doing the job.
4 trifectas from downtown.
10-point Durfee lead, 37-27. Taylor is going to take a three. He hits it.
All right, Eric Taylor from Mayberry nailing that one from RFD land.
He responds, and it's a 7-point lead. More in your bag of tricks, these
No.
cliches? Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. We'll think them up as we go along.
Taylor, Coward, another three. He
Whoa.
won't get that one to go. And Marcus Hauptman comes down with the rebound. Taylor's going to take a long three, no good. Tipped up, and Guimond has it, falls to the floor, and there's going to be a foul on the Whalers.
Well, Eric Taylor let that one fly from NBA land, and right now, Coach Eddie Rodgers is going to go to his bench and bring in his other three-point specialist, John Fernandez.
Also coming back in is Anthony Rather, and sitting out will be Lopes and Taylor. 37-30 is the score in favor of the Hilltoppers, and they have the ball. Coward loses it on the drive, on the floor, out of bounds, and get it to Rather, and it's going to be Durfee basketball.
Well, Sammy, you can't fault the hustle. He was looking for someone to come get the basketball, and there wasn't much he could do with it. If he stood up, he was going to be called for traveling.
Toppers get it back. Guimond out deep. Has the ball stripped. Stolen away. Here comes Marcus. Coward gets back. Gets the bucket anyway.
Nice basket by Marcus because he was under control. I thought he was going to try to take it to the glass, but he just stopped and took a little small jumper.
37-32 as Mack has no problem breaking the press. Coward nearly has it stolen, but he's fouled instead.
Bobby Dempsey's got some very good quickness in the lineup tonight in Mack and Coward, and I think between these two guys that they're not going to have that much of a problem with New Bedford's pressure defense.
Anthony Rather with the foul. Balistracci will come into the ball game again. Aka will take a rest. And Coward will inbounds the ball for the Hilltoppers. Watender. In the corner now, Coward, another three off the mark. Guimond gets it. He's going to take a jumper off the glass and in.
Banked it from the side just like Sam Jones off the glass.
39-32, 7-point Durfee lead. Rather for three, way short. Actually could have been partially blocked. Yes, it was. So it's going to stay New Bedford basketball.
Mack that time did a good job on the defensive end of getting his hands on the basketball. And like I said, Keith, he's got some pretty quick guards out there tonight in Coward and Mack.
Under 2 minutes left. John Fernandez takes the shot. He hits it. 39-34. Hilltoppers had a lead up to 10 earlier. It's 5 now.
John Fernandes doing what's probably the toughest thing to do in basketball. Come off the bench cold and hit the first shot you throw up.
Guimond for 3, no good, tipped up, and Latender there with the rebound. He can't get it to fall. Fox is going to try it, and he's fouled.
Well, again, Chauncey Fox doing a great job off the backboards along with Latender, keeping the basketball alive, and coming in from behind him, Isaiah Hauptman picked up the foul.
Bobby Dempsey's got to be pleased with his team so far.
And that team foul on the Whalers is going to put Durfee in the bonus situation for the last minute and 35 seconds of this first half. They've got the 5-point lead and the bonus.
Fox makes the first.
Talk about guys that have come off the bench to do a good job. Chauncey Fox, his 7th point.
And makes 1-2. 40-34, minute and a half left. Off Dave Guibo out of bounds.
Well, that time Rather was looking for Isaiah Hauptman. Hauptman thought he was passing it to somebody else, get out of the way, and Dave Guibo, well, he wasn't going to shoot it, I don't think, but he was a little surprised to see the ball come his way.
Took one for the team, took one for the refs. Coward has the ball. Latender, now Coward, they swing it around. Guimond open, now Mack. Coward drives, has it stripped on the floor. Another jump ball, New Bedford basketball.
Well, the possession arrow is going to be in favor of the Whalers this time. Coward turning down the 3-point opportunity and trying to take it to the basket.
We have 1:12 left here in the first half. Hilltoppers are up by 6.
The crowd behind us, Keith, looking across the way, very quiet. I think they're a little stunned with less than a minute to play. Durfee with the 6-point lead in New Bedford's building.
And Marcus Hauptman on the drive gets the bucket, and it's a 4-point game. 40-36, and stolen away.
Good hustle that time by Fernandes to get his hands in there.
Whalers can cut the lead. Fernandes. Travel. Oh, looked more like a foul on the slap, but they're going to call a traveling violation.
Well, I was screened out here by Dave Guibo, but I think you're right. It looked like he got hacked as he was going down the lane.
So you have 38 seconds left and a 4-point Durfee lead. Hilltoppers having trouble getting it in. They do to Matt. And they're going to say that Latender moved. You can't move on an inbounds pass. So it's going to be a turnover.
Whalers with a good job of applying defensive pressure on the baseline. You need to come up with a couple of quick baskets here and try to get it in even at the end of the first half.
Rather. Fernandes inside. Isaiah. Marcus for 3. Short. Tipped up. Tipped up again. Balistracci with the rebound.
That's a freshman that just did that. Did you see the move he did? When the shot was missed, he had no chance to rebound it, so he banged it off the backboard to get a second opportunity.
40-38. Guimond off the mark, no good. Fox and the foul. And the Durfee fans on the other side of the court applaud as Fox gets another bucket.
Got to give Chauncey Fox credit, Keith. He's come in here tonight to play some basketball. He's gone out of that starting role that he had early in the season. He's become a player coming off the bench with 9 points already here in the first half.
Make it 10. 43 rather, 38 with 12 seconds left in the first half. Inside, Marcus, nice bullet pass.
Great pass that time by Rather. That made the whole play.
And that is going to be the end of the first half. And the Durfee Hilltopper fans are applauding their team as the Hilltoppers, definitely a different team from the one we saw earlier in the season. And at the half, it is Durfee 43, New Bedford 40. We'll take a break and have second half action in just a moment. It's easier to break now.
You can get a hot dog, but I got to walk with you. I'm not letting you go out there.
Okay, here we go. 4, 2, 1. Keith Tebow, Bernie Picanisco back at the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym. Second half action. The Hilltoppers lead the Whalers 43-40. And Bernie, definitely an impressive outing for the Hilltoppers in that first half.
First half's been a good one. Let's see if they can do it for another half of basketball.
Hilltoppers get the ball to start things off, up by 3. They have their starters out there. Actually, Chauncey Fox is starting the second half in place of, I believe it was Brian Morera. Latender has the ball right now inside the Fox, tipped away and stolen away by the Whalers. Whalers have their starters in the ball game. Rather, the Hauptman brothers, Aka and Balistracci. Aka, short jumper, no good. Taken down by Coward. He wants to run. He slows it down and gives it back to Mack. Guimond, who had the hot hand early, drives off the glass, and they're going to count the bucket? They do, and he's fouled.
Well, it's like a continuation play in the NBA. I didn't think they were going to count that one. He got fouled way out front.
No continuation in high school, but they called it there.
Guimond in the first half had 18 points, so now he has 20 on the game. Looking for the game one on the other side. Marcus Hauptmann, 20 points in the first half for the Whalers.
Guimond completes the three-point play, 46-40. Durfee on top, just underway here in the second half. Marcus Hauptmann on the screen, takes the three, no good, and Guimond skies for the rebound. Hilltoppers doing a good job of containing the Whalers inside. Guimond for another three.
Boy, I'll tell you, tonight, he's not Guimond, he's Lamont Mundane. He's just draining jump shots from all over the place.
49-40, Hilltoppers back up by 9. They had a 10-point lead earlier in the first half. Balistracci tries to drive, does. Can't get it to fall, and ball's on the floor. Mack has it. Outlet pass, beautiful to Coward. He's going to drive, not get the bucket, as Isaiah Hauptmann came back with the block. Marcus back inside, Balistracci travels.
He's going to get called for taking those baby steps. Dante that time saw the defensive pressure in front of him and tried to go around the man, never put the ball to the floor.
49-40. We played a minute and a half so far here in the first half.
Great hustle by the Hilltoppers here to start the second half, especially Mack. He's all over the place.
Guimond for another three, no good. Balistracci with the rebound. Rather comes back the other way. Spin move, stolen away by Mack. Mack comes back. Guimond can't get it to fall. Fox there for the rebound. And it's an 11-point Durfee lead.
We're going to sing the praises of a lot of people tonight, and we've talked about Chauncey Fox and about Guimond, but I'll tell you what, Mack has been very impressive, Keith.
Aka. Isaiah Hauptmann over to Rather. Inside Aka. Push the shot off the glass and the foul.
Good move down in the right block that time by Sammy Aka. He backs right into Chauncey Fox, creates the contact, and then makes the bucket and draws the foul.
Chauncey Fox called with the foul. And Aka on the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Now, in all the time you've watched New Bedford play basketball, knowing about their prowess with quickness and speed in the front court and the back court, how many guards have you seen challenge them defensively the way Mack has?
No, not many, especially not this year anyway. Aka could not complete the three-point play. It's a 9-point lead, and the Whalers forced a turnover on the steal. Marcus, spin move.
Oh, that's just a pretty move that time by Marcus Hauptmann. He took Mack and just faked him right out of his you-know-what and took it to the hole.
Uniform.
That's what I was going to say, uniform.
51-44 Durfee. Coward, pull-up jumper. Got it.
Oh, like a snowflake.
Took a while for it to come down. 53-44, back up to a 9-point Durfee lead. Rather, now to Isaiah Hauptmann. Looks inside, Balistracci in the foul line, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It's going to be a foul, I believe, over the back. It's going to be on Balistracci.
All right, lots of time left in the ball game. The Whalers are finding themselves down by 9 here, but 12:46 to play. And Coach Eddie Roderick still going with the game plan. Get it to the man in the middle, and let's get that inside game opened up.
Coward, bullet pass to Fox for the bucket.
Great pass that time by the Durfee guard.
Back up to an 11-point lead for Durfee. Hauptmann looking inside, but Balistracci being guarded by Latender. Rather has it now. He looks to penetrate off the foot of Rather. Check that Mack out of bounds, and they'll reset the shot clock.
You know, we thought that maybe the combination of Jason Lopes and Anthony Rather would wear down Mack, but he looks like he could run the marathon right now.
Aka can't the short jumper. It's a 9-point Durfee lead, and on the turnover, it's Balistracci to Rather, back to Balistracci, but there's Mack again with the steal. Coward, short jumper again, no good. Tipped up, who's got it? Coward, no good. Latender, no good, he's fouled. Hilltoppers are winning the battle of the boards, especially when they have the ball.
And right now what's happening too, you saw Sammy Akka that time getting a little frustrated and actually pushed Latenda out of bounds. The official didn't see it, but there's a little bit of frustration on the face of some of the Whalers.
Lopes comes in, and Rather will sit out here. We have played 4 minutes of the second half, and Latender misses the front end of 2. And cannot make it. Still a 9-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Isaiah Hauptman comes down with it and now gives it to Lopes. Akka, pull-up jumper. Off the mark, no good. Balistracci with the rebound. Can't get it to fall, but he's fouled.
Well, Dante can't get it to drop, but he's still hustling out there, and he's going to go to the foul line with an opportunity to make 2 while the clock stops.
And Balistracci and Akka been having a tough time establishing the low post so far in this game.
They're having a tough time because it's a surprise to me, to be very honest with you, but Durfee is just coming out and challenging them on the defensive end. A lot of teams won't come up and play face-up on New Bedford because they're afraid of the quickness that the player that they're facing up on might go right around them to the basket. But the Durfee Hilltoppers tonight are just playing right in their faces.
Balistracci makes 1 of 2 outlet pass to Coward, and he loses it out of bounds.
Whalers need a little bit of a run here right now, about a 6 or an 8-point run to get this crowd going too, because the crowd really hasn't been very vocal tonight.
Nope, 55-47. Durfee up by 8. Isaiah Hauptman. Now Balistracci way out. Lopes, Balistracci has it knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Whalers. 16 seconds left on the shot clock.
Good hands by Latenda that time. One of the good hands people from Durfee getting his hands in there and knocking it away.
Isaiah Hauptman in the corner to Marcus. He has it stripped, gets the ball back. 10 on the shot clock. They're working around. Isaiah, Lopes, 5. Marcus with 3, will take the 3. Got it!
Well, vintage Marcus Hauptman that time from behind the 3-point line. Little shake and bake, and nails the 3-pointer.
Whalers have cut it to 5. It's 55-50. Guimond on the way up, he's fouled. I believe it's going to be on. Number 44, Isaiah Hauptman.
Dante Balistracci that time in the lane trying to take a charge, but Hauptman had already committed the foul. So Guimond will go to the foul line, and Keith, he has a total of 24 points.
Puts in his 25th with the first free throw.
Well, he's had an outstanding game. He's tied for high game honors with Marcus Hauptman, who also has 25.
Isaiah Hauptman will sit out. He has 3 fouls, and Eric Taylor comes in. Guimond makes them both. 57-50. Under 11 minutes left. Lopes, now Taylor, being guarded by Guimond, and nearly has it stolen away as they wrestle for it. Jump ball, it's going to stay with the Whalers.
Well, that time, again, another good job by Guimond getting his hands in there, tying up Eric Taylor.
Whalers get the ball in. 19 on the shot clock. Balistracci up high, now to Lopes. Hauptman wide open for the 3. He's got it. We've called Guimond, also Hauptman, and on the other side, Coward. Those have been the names we've called a lot tonight.
You know, I'll tell you, this is like watching the shootout at the OK Corral. A couple of gunslingers just going at one another tonight. Marcus is lighting him up. He's got 28, and he's starting to take it personal as Guimond's going out there and get 26 on the night.
Jason Lopes is called with the foul there, and the Hilltoppers will take the ball on the baseline, up by 4.
Oh.
Matt nearly has it stolen away. Coward has it. Drives baseline. Inside Fox. Tips it up. Ball's on the floor again. Another jump ball. Now it's Durfee's turn to hold on to. Ooh, and a little bit of tough tempers begin to flare as Eric Taylor is a little displeased at what's been going on the last few minutes.
Looked like Taylor took some sort of a shot to the eye that time and was took exception to it, but they separate him immediately, he and Coward.
Fox will sit out, and Nick Christ makes his first appearance in the ball game. Coward looks to inbounds the ball. He does. to Latender, and it's knocked out of bounds. The intensity definitely thick right now.
Oh yeah, they're picking up that great rivalry intensity that both these teams have.
Latender over to Mack. They swing it around to Guimond. Guimond puts up the runner off the glass and gets the roll.
He has been unconscious all night long.
59-53. 6-point Durfee lead. Under 10 minutes left. Bounce pass inside. Balistracci posting up on Latender. Dishes it back out to Taylor. Taylor inside Balistracci. He is double team, triple team, and the Hilltoppers come up with it. Mack over into the front court. Loses it. Whalers come back. Balistracci all alone to Taylor. He gets the assist.
There's a nice unselfish move that time. Balistracci could feel the defensive pressure of the man behind him and gave it up to Taylor, who had nobody in front of him cutting to the basket.
59-55. Coward dishes it to Chris, but there's a foul before the shot.
Whalers need to dig in on the defensive end for just a couple of times down court and cash in on the offensive end, and we're going to have a pretty exciting finish to this thing.
Eric Taylor called with the foul. Hilltoppers have it. Chris now to Coward. Whalers now playing his zone. Coward from the top for three. Off the mark, no good. Taylor with the rebound. Whalers can cut it to 2 or maybe 1 with a bucket here. Marcus with the ball. He's got 28 points. Taylor passes up the 3, drives instead, puts it up, can't get it to fall, but he's fouled.
Nice little move that time by Eric Taylor, taking it to the rack, but he draws the foul. There's a timeout that's being called, and I believe it's being called by Bob. He wants to talk to his troops, so Eddie Rogers will take the opportunity to do the same.
We have 8:52 left here in the second half, and this is our last regular season telecast. And we'll let all our viewing audience know that we'll do our best to cover both the Whalers and the Votek Bears as they both enter postseason in a couple of weeks. So that should be fun. The postseason always is, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, kind of a tough loss last night for the Votek Bears up at Case. Here they are, a half a game out behind Wareham in the South Coast Conference.
You got to
figure. Yeah, you got to figure. Let's face it, Case had only won something like 2 games all season long, 2-15 going into that game. And I don't know whether or not, Gene Cody's team took that game a little light, but that was a pretty fantastic game last night. Some great shooting in that one. And Voke walks out of there on the losing end, a little down about things.
Yeah, we saw Voke in our last game against Wareham. That was a fantastic contest. Voke with the win. They retook the lead in the South Coast Conference, and they went and lose 2 games in the conference since then. Go figure, as they say.
Well, it's not just losing the last game when you have a chance to win the conference, but it's losing to a team that's only won 2 games all year going in. Yeah. And that's when you have to wonder if maybe the kids took them a little bit too lightly.
That'll happen. And on the line will be Eric Taylor, and he will shoot 2. Whalers are down by 4. Taylor can't make the first.
They're calling a little bit, they're blowing the whistle to get Chauncey Fox into the game.
Yeah, Christ will sit out. And Taylor still has another shot. Makes 1 of 2, and it's a 3-point ball game, 59-56.
Whalers will start that full court pressure defense now. They need a good defensive stand here on this possession.
Hilltoppers break the press. Give it back out to Mack. And now Coach Bob Dempsey wants the team to slow it down just a little bit. Coward. Mack, they swing it around. Guimond nearly loses it and travels.
Well, that's probably one of the few mistakes that Jamison Guimond has made all night long.
Whalers can cut it to 1 or maybe tie it with a 3-pointer here on this trip. They're down 59-56. They had the lead early in the first half, and the Hilltoppers took over. Marcus for 3. Up, no good. Fox and Guimond now with the rebound. Mack being guarded by Lopes. He drives, puts it up, off the glass and in.
Oh my, when those start falling.
We have played half of the second half, and it's a 5-point Durfee lead, 61-56. Aka, Balistracci, and the foul.
All right, Dante kissing one off the glass that time is going to go to the foul line, and an opportunity now to pull his team to within 2 points.
Michael Attender with the foul, and you look at the scoreboard, Bernie. The Hilltoppers are going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way as they are already in the bonus.
Yeah, they're in the bonus situation, and for 7:52, they're going to have the advantage on that one.
Balistracci completes the three-point play, and it's a 2-point game. 61-59. Coward behind the back breaks the press. And Mack has it now over to Guimond. Guimond's going to take a three. No good. Who's got it underneath? Out of bounds. New Bedford basketball.
Well, they're going to are they going to give the ball to New Bedford because it looked like a foul was called?
Yep, going to be called on Sam Aka.
Sammy Aka with the push from behind, and the official under the basket caught him.
So Guimond will be on the line to shoot 1-and-1. We talked about it, and here's the situation where the free throws are going to play a big role.
Yeah, Guimond that time took the long three-pointer, but give him credit, he followed his shot along the baseline, and that's when he got pushed out of bounds, and now he's at the foul line.
Cannot make the front end. And Marcus comes down with the rebound. Whalers can tie it up here. Marcus has the ball. Inside Aka. Move. Has it blocked by Fox. And the Hilltoppers have it.
Boy, Sean Fox has come up big an awful lot of times tonight.
Matt will drive. Spin move from the free throw line. No good. And Balistracci has the rebound. Whalers come back. Aka out of bounds. Durfee basketball.
Sammy having a tough time handling the basketball, and what you can see happening here, Keith, is that Durfee's gaining confidence. There's 7 minutes left in the game, and they know they've played a good game and they can win this thing.
Mack breaks the press. Over to Coward. Short jumper. Got it. 63-59.
16 points for Billy Coward, and as that confidence grows, it's going to be tougher and tougher to dig in and stop these guys.
Balistracci, spin move, gets the roll. Hilltoppers break it over the line. Guimond out of bounds. It's going to stay with Durfee.
Well, Eddie Rogers is looking for the call to go the other way. He thought that it was off of Guimond's leg and out of bounds, but they're going to give Durfee the basketball.
Isaiah Hauptman comes in to replace Sam Aka. Hilltoppers with the ball. Bounce pass. Latender has it. They pull it back out. Guimond. Now Matt. He's going to drive. Lose it out of bounds. And it'll be New Bedford basketball. John Fernandez comes in, and he will replace Eric Taylor.
All right, an opportunity now on the offensive side of things to either tie this game up with a two-pointer or even take the lead with a three-pointer with about 6:19 to play.
Lopes to Marcus Hauptman.
Got to look for the good shot now.
Balistracci. Marcus, foul underneath. It's going to be on Matt.
All right, they tried to post up Marcus down low on Mack, take advantage of the height differential there, and of course Durfee had some fouls to waste.
Marcus Hauptman will inbounds the ball. Fernandez for three. No good. Fox comes down with it.
Well, they got the wide open three that time. The good set play off the inbounds pass, just unable to get it to fall.
Matt off the screen, drives, puts up a shot, no good. And he's fouled.
Mack looks like he's been watching some films of Allen Iverson in the All-Star game.
Yeah. Balistracci's called with the foul. And Mack on the line will shoot two. Mack gets the first.
Only 3 points on the night for Mack, but boy, he's played a great game out there defensively and running the show.
Makes them both. 4-point lead for the Hilltoppers. They've led throughout the second half and for most of this ball game. From the foul line, Balistracci gets it. Mack double team and it's going to be fouled. He hits the floor hard on the foul on the Whalers.
All right, loose ball is what Eddie Rogers is saying. Hey, that's a loose ball, Dave. How about it? And Dave's saying absolutely not. It's a foul.
Marcus Hauptman called with the foul, and now Mack will come down and shoot free throws.
We talked a moment ago about the hustle of Mack. Every time the Whalers pull to within a basket, Mack comes up with a steal or drives to the basket, gets fouled, or goes for a loose ball on the floor.
So Eric Mack on the line to shoot 1 and 1. And makes the first. I'll tell you, I'm really impressed by Mack. He's only a sophomore.
Good quickness, not afraid of the Whalers at all, and getting right up in everybody's face.
And when you look at everyone who's out on the floor now, Bernie, they've played most of the game. They are all sophomores or juniors. So they're going to be back next year. Makes them both, 67-63. Durfee up by 4. Marcus going to take a long three. No good. Fox with the rebound. Mack nearly stolen away by Lopes, but he gets it back from the free throw line. No. Hauptman with the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on the Hilltoppers.
All right, good defensive pressure applied that time by the Whalers, and they forced Mack into taking a quick jump shot. A little bit out of control that time, and then come down with the rebound. Those are the kind of defensive stances you have to take on a possession when you're behind like this, and with 5 minutes to play in the game, you got to play that tough defense and try to create either a bad shot or a turnover.
Mike Latender called on the foul. Both teams now, Bernie, will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Well, we've evened that up.
Hauptman, Isaiah inside the free throw line, no good, knocked out of bounds. Durfee basketball.
All right, good hustle by Isaiah that time, trying to follow his shot to the basket. Still plenty of time here.
4:52 to be exact. Latender needs to get it in. It's stolen away by Hauptman. Marcus, and there's a foul. Good pressure defense there on the part of the Whalers.
Good job, as I said earlier. Marcus does a good job of anticipating. He plays the passing lanes well, and that time he just kind of snuck in front, took that pass away, and he'll go to the foul line and again stop the clock.
He will shoot 1 and 1. His team down by 4. Makes the first.
29 points on the night for Hauptman.
Two-point ball game. Coward.
All right, good defensive pressure here now. Let's get the ball back.
Coward breaks the press into the front court. Mack. Coward. Hilltoppers cross court now. Guimond back to Mack. Now Coward in the corner again. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to take a three. He hits it.
Oh, that is a backbreaker because that time I believe it was Lopes that was right up in his face when he took it.
70-65. Lopes. Now Hauptman, spin move, loses it on the floor. Again, another jump ball, and it stays with the Whalers.
Have you noticed every jump ball has gone in the possession of the team that had the basketball all night long?
It's the way it's worked. Rather comes in, he will replace Lopes. Lopes did a good job when he was in there. Hauptman, swinging around. Marcus gets it back, he's gonna take the three. Air ball, too long, and the Hilltoppers get it back. Up by 5 with 4 minutes to go.
Well, Durfee doing a good job on the defensive end.
Mack hemmed in, breaks it, Coward, looks, will drive, inside Fox. Off the glass, no good. Coward there for the rebound, no good. Inside again, the Fox, and the foul.
And who was the man with the basketball? It was Eric Mack again out front, and he found Chauncey Fox with a quick pass before the defense had a chance to react.
And I'll tell you, Mack has been there tonight, as have all the Hilltoppers, and they have a 7-point lead to try to get it up to 8 again if Fox can complete the 3-point play.
I'll tell you, they've come to play basketball tonight.
Out of bounds, it's going to go to New Bedford.
They are out hustling the Whalers here in the closing moments, if you will, of the game, in the last 4 minutes of the game here on their own floor.
Sam Aka comes in. He replaces Eric Taylor. So right now it's Balistracci, Isaiah and Marcus Hauptman, Sam Aka, and Anthony Rather. Starting lineup for the Whalers. Balistracci at the free throw line, guarded by Latender. He's going to take the shot inside. Can't get it to fall. Gets the rebound. Jump ball, and now to Durfee.
Well, Dante, a good job that time going to the basket after taking the shot. He thinks he was fouled, and he's not going to get the call.
Hilltoppers inbounds the ball. They have the lead. Latender, now Coward, and they're in the front court. Matt. Guimond for three. He's got it.
Tell me they don't have the confidence that they can win this game in New Bedford's building.
Durfee back up by 10 with 3 minutes to go. Rather. Stolen away by Coward. And it's a 12-point lead, and Coach Eddie Rodrigues wants a timeout, and he's going to get it.
Well, you couldn't ask for more excitement than this. The Durfee crowd on their feet, the New Bedford fans a little bit stunned, and I think everybody in the building that's a New Bedford fan is stunned watching what the Durfee Hilltoppers have done here tonight. They've run with the Whalers. They've played in-your-face defense with the Whalers. They haven't been backing down at all from the Whalers' quickness. They've been just as quick, and what a great job tonight by Mac, Guimond, and also by Billy Coward. These guys have done a great job. Chauncey Fox off the bench. And, you know, we talked about it when we came into this game in the opening, that Durfee needed to win one game. They're not waiting. They're trying to win this game here. They're not going to count it as a loss. They're going to come out in and try to get qualification for the tournament by beating their biggest rival in the Whaling City.
And it wouldn't be. It'd be the biggest win of Bobby Dempsey's, I'm sure, short head coaching career at Durfee High School.
I don't believe, Keith, and I'm going to have to, if I'm wrong here, then I apologize to the Durfee fans, but I don't believe Bobby Dempsey has beaten New Bedford as the head coach.
Now, in his second season, he is 0-3. This is the fourth meeting between the two teams. And, you know, being from Fall River, knowing that, you know, Coach Skip Karam was loved in that city, and we've both heard things that a lot of Durfee fans are not giving Bob Dempsey a lot of credit, but he can get some instant credibility with a victory here tonight.
No question. Always tough to follow a legend like Skippy.
But the Whalers still have plenty of time to come back. They've done it before. Hauptman for three. That's the way to do it. And right away, they call a timeout.
Well, big three-point that time. Marcus Hauptman squaring up to the basket. Had it on the right side of the three-point arc, one of his favorite shooting areas. And the Whalers pulling to within 9, smartly calling the timeout, stop the clock. Play a little offense, defense maybe. We'll see if anybody else comes in the lineup.
I'll tell you, we have done 8. This is our 8th game of the basketball season, and our last few games have been absolutely fantastic.
Well, the guy who put the schedule together obviously knew what he was doing.
We'll pin that on Roger Robitaille, the Director of Educational Access. He put the schedule together, and I'll tell you, we have seen some great basketball this season.
No question about it. Of course, when you do the Whalers, then you do Voc Tech, the way Voc Tech has been playing the last couple of years, you're going to see some great games anyhow.
And we still have the postseason yet to go.
That's the fun part.
The fans are into the game now. Not a full house here at the Bisworth Gonzalez gym, but a nice crowd nonetheless.
Good crowd. I think a lot of people didn't really give Durfee too much of a shot coming into this game, having lost to New Bedford by 12 out in their building the last time they played.
It's a 9-point lead, and the Hilltoppers look to break the press, and they do. Coward has it in the front court. 2:20 left. Hilltoppers up by 9. Matt. Hilltoppers are not in any rush. 10 on the shot clock. Mack will take the shot. In and out. No good. Balistracci with the rebound. Ball is loose. Out of bounds. It's going to go to the Durfee Hilltoppers.
Well, an opportunity lost that time as the Whalers fought hard on the defensive end. They get Mack taking the shot they want him to take, come down with the rebound, and then kick it back to Durfee.
And the Hilltoppers will inbound it under their own basket. Coward will do the honors. 26 on the shot clock. Get it inbound, still a tender. And Durfee just intent on burning some clock with the 9-point lead.
Durfee's going to run a little bit of a weave, spread the floor a little bit, take some time off the clock.
And a foul by Marcus Hauptman.
They've got the 9-point lead. There's no reason for them to do anything for the next minute and 51 seconds except force New Bedford to come out and challenge them for the basketball.
And that is the 10th team foul for the Whalers, so double bonus now for the Hilltoppers the rest of the way. John Seed comes in the ball game. Some extra bulk for the Whalers as Isaiah Hauptman sits out. Coward hits the first.
22 points for Billy Coward.
And he makes them both. Back up to an 11-point lead with 1:51 left. Whalers need some points in a hurry. Rather, Seed. Hilltopper fans asking for defense. Marcus off the glass and in.
"35 points for Marcus Hauptman that time as he took it inside. Everyone thinking, of course, that the Whalers would come out trying to shoot threes with under a minute and a half to play, but Marcus saw the baseline, took it to the hoop, and got the sure basket, and now the Whalers are going to have to play some defense.
Yep, and Marcus Hauptman fouls Mack, and Mack will be on the line to shoot 2. And again, if Durfee can just make their free throws, they'll be all set.
Well, Mack is 4 for 4 from the line here in the second half.
But a little more nervous time as we get later on in the game, and he misses the first.
It's amazing how that always happens.
It works, doesn't it? And makes 1 of 2, and it's a 10-point lead. Minute and a half left. Marcus is going to pull up for 3. Can't get it to fall. Fox with the rebound. And he's fouled by Aka.
Well, it's time to let it fly now, and let's see what's going to happen, and that's exactly what Marcus Hauptman did. And good position inside in the low post by Chauncey Fox battling for the rebound, and I believe that was Sammy Aka that committed the foul.
Yes, it was. And Fox will be on the line for 2. In the double bonus.
Chauncey's played a great game, Keith. 16 points coming off the bench for Coach Bobby Dempsey tonight.
Misses the front end, has 1 more. And makes 1 of 2. 81-70. Whalers need some scores quick. Hauptman has the ball blocked, but he's fouled on the shot, and it's going to be a 3-shot foul as he was in 3-point land.
I was just going to say, did they call it a 3-point shot? They
Yes,
did?
they
Okay,
did.
then it is go to the line with a chance to make 3. I was watching Dave Guibo, and it looked like he threw up 2 fingers that time, but we're on the other side of the court, so, and I'm wearing glasses, so why am I trying to figure out how many fingers he threw up from this side of the court?
Well, I wear contacts, so, you know, blind leading the blind. Yes, there is 3 shots. Hauptman needs to make them all. He does not make the first. Can't make the second, and that's not good news if you're a Whaler fan right now.
Well, when it rains, sometimes it pours.
Makes 1 of 3, 1:11 left. It's a 10-point game.
Good pressure defense being applied, and it looks like Mack might have stepped on the end line.
Yes, he did, and that's a turnover. So the Whalers, with 1:03 left, send John Seed in, another 3-point shooter.
Good defensive pressure that time as the Whalers tried to stop them from bringing the ball up over the 10-second line, and they did a great job of creating the turnover.
Marcus for 3. Got it! And it's a 7-point game and a steal. Marcus, rather, he's fouled. Oh, my.
All right, never say die, never say quit. Marcus that time finding the open man and Rather getting fouled from behind. So with 52 seconds left, the complexion of the game is starting to change.
And I believe there's a foul out on the part of Mike Latender. And Latender didn't score many points tonight, Bernie, if any at all, but he did play good defense.
He played excellent defense. 2 points for Mark Latender, but that doesn't tell the story of the game that he played tonight, Keith. He scrapped underneath the basket. He boxed down underneath the basket. He helped Chauncey Fox by boxing out so much that Fox was able to get some rebounds underneath, so he did a great job. And checking in is going to be Christ. So they gain a little bit in the height advantage there, but they're a little bit slower with Christ in the lineup.
So the Whalers can cut it to 5 with 2 free throws here with 52 seconds left.
Plenty of time.
Makes the first. 81-75.
4 points now for Anthony Rather.
Two for 2 from the line for Rather, and it's a 5-point ball game.
All right, now good pressure defense here. Create another steal.
Traveling, turnover.
There you go, another turnover, pressure defense, and Howard thinks he was fouled. He's going absolutely nuts in front of us here, and Mac's going to come over and restrain him.
Whalers get the ball, down by 5, 49 seconds left. This is going to go to the wire. Seed for 3. Got it! Got it! It's a 2. Only a 2. Only a 2 as he was on the line, and they're going to call a foul. And Coach Eddie Rodrigues is jumping up and down. That was only a 2. As Coach Dave Guibo, you saw him walk right in front of us, put up the 2. And that is only a 2, so it's going to be 81-78.
I'd like to see that one on the instant replay because I was watching him spot up, and it looked to me like he had both feet right behind the line. And we are positioned at an angle right here where it's right in front of us.
I think we need to check the score, Bernie. If that was a 2, Whalers were down by 5. They should only be down by 3, and they have a 2-point deficit right now. So it is 81-78. Mac misses the first. Makes the second. So it is 82-78.
Well, they've kept the 79 up there.
Well, unless I misread Dave Guibo. We have 32 seconds left. Marcus, short. Aka with the rebound. John Seed is fouled.
All right, that time John Seed going for the basketball and being forced out of bounds. So he will go to the foul line. As we said, both teams have been in the bonus for a while now, since about the 5-minute mark. So Seed with an opportunity with the 1-and-1 to pull his team to within 1, and Bobby Dempsey wants a timeout.
With 23 seconds left. Now the scoreboard says 82-79, but
both scoreboards
do. And I just, I don't know what the official score is, but I thought on the shot earlier by, I believe it was John Seed, that Dave Guibo put up a 2. He didn't put his arms in the air. So,
well, you know, as we said before, it could play a big factor. I'll tell you what, I thought Seed hit a 3. I mean,
I
if I could see that again, I mean, he was behind the line. I thought he hit a 3. And it may be that you're wearing contacts and I'm wearing glasses, and maybe he did throw 3 fingers up.
Well, you know, we put our set of eyes together, and we probably are 20/20 vision. But scoreboard says 82-79. 82-78 is a score that we've been given. And, well, we'll wait and see.
All right, so John Seed's going to be at the foul line with some very big free throws.
He's going to shoot 2. Both teams in the double bonus. Makes the first.
$82-80, that's the score that's up there.
All right, we're going to have to go with the scoreboard. No one has said anything differently. He misses the second. 20 seconds left, and Seed fouls Coward. Well, if the Hilltoppers make the free throws down the line, it's not going to matter, but...
Well, he's the guy, I guess if you're Coach Bobby Dempsey, that you're pretty happy that it's Coward who's got his hands on the basketball when the foul has to be given, because this is a guy that's been burying 3-pointers all night long, has a nice release to his shots, and although we haven't really seen him from the foul line more than twice tonight, he canned both of those free throws.
We have 20 seconds left. Coward will shoot 2. The Bedford fans making some noise. Got the first.
All right, still within reach here, at least and some overtime. It depends what he does on this shot.
If he makes this, it will be at least a 4-point ball game. He does. Whalers need a 3 here.
And they got to do it without taking too many seconds off the clock.
Marcus will shoot short. Aka with the rebound, but he's fouled. 8 seconds left.
All right, Sammy Aka that time. Whalers took a little bit too long to get into the offense that time. 20 seconds left. You want to get down and take the first available 3. And that time Rather was looking to set the offense up and took about 7-8 seconds off the clock.
And John Seed will sit out. Isaiah Hauptman back in the ball game.
Couple of big free throws here for Sammy Aka because he still makes the game a winnable game if he can both of these.
Cannot make the first.
All right, you need this one for a steal and a 3-pointer to mean something, Keith.
That's for sure. Aka cannot make it. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to be New Bedford basketball. They got a break.
Well, the officials give the ball to New Bedford, and now another timeout is being called. Coach Bob calling his team over to the sidelines to set up the defense.
And a timeout is being called by New Bedford.
The timeout was by New Bedford. Okay, well, Bobby Dempsey's got to tell his team right about now. There's 8 seconds left in the clock. If it goes to one of their outside shooters and they take a 3-pointer, you know what? It's a 1-point game. We still have the lead. What you don't want to do is commit a foolish foul on a 3-point shot and give them the opportunity to turn it into a 4-point play.
Yep. 84-80 is the score. We have 8 seconds left. Whalers will get the ball after the timeout. And then we'll get it on the baseline. And Coach Bobby Dempsey now talking to referee Dave Gibo.
No foul is what they're yelling out. No foul, no foul.
Yep.
That's the correct score up there. No foul. We've got a 4-point lead is what he's saying.
Yep. Marcus Outman will inbound the ball. Gets it out to John Seed. Marcus for 3. No good. Tipped up Balistracci. Marcus for 3 again. No good, and the Hilltoppers have won it.
Well, for Bobby Dempsey, that's his first victory against New Bedford High School since taking over as the head coach, so you know he's got to be very happy. Valentine's Day, Keith, a lot of love in the building as far as he's concerned.
And the Hilltoppers make the tournament by beating their biggest rival, the New Bedford Whalers, on a very gutsy performance tonight, Bernie. And you can't take anything away from Jameson Guimond, Billy Coward, and the rest of the team.
No, all of the Durfee Hilltoppers did a great job tonight. They came here to play. They needed this game to make the tournament, as you said, Keith. A lot of intestinal fortitude by this team. And, you know, sometimes you find out exactly what you have for a team in cases like this. And Dempsey found out he's got some very gutsy kids who come into this building tonight and come out of here with a victory. And as you said a moment ago, Guimond early, unbelievable. I mean, he kept his team in this thing all night long. And then Coward came to the forefront, started hitting some 3-pointers. Chauncey Fox coming off the bench and just giving this team an uplift. And the all-around hustle and play of Latender and, of course, Eric Mack, they all did a great job. And let's not forget one other thing. Let's not discount what Coach Eddie Rogers' team did in the closing moments of this game. They were down by 10 points, 11 points, with less than a minute to play in the game. And they brought this thing all the way down to 2 points. Great defense, great shooting, lots of hustle. And again, as I said once before, the coach's attitude of never quitting no matter what the odds are.
I'd like to thank our New Bedford Educational Access staff here tonight. On camera, Fernando Neto, and our producer-director tonight, Jeff Poyant. A great game all around. The Hilltoppers come out on the plus side. Final score, Durfee upsetting New Bedford 84-80. For Bernie Picanisco, I'm Keith Tebow saying so long. We'll see you in the tournament. Have a good night.
Good night. Great game.